Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
So next 15 minutes, 8 o'clock, we'll have Case's movie review of Tommy Boy. He has never seen it at 26 years old, and he reviews on their 30th anniversary of Tommy Boy. That is coming up at 8. Reminder, at 9, we have a major concert announcement and tickets for that concert. But first, let's get through Piece of Garbage Madness. People and things that have been pieces of garbage in the last year. They're in brackets. You can find it on our Facebook page, on our socials, on Q101.com. And it's been going for a little over a week now, where you decide by voting on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram stories on who advances. And you also voted on everybody that's in the brackets. Now, yesterday, interesting, because the final 1 seed, the Kennedy Construction Project, had a tough time beating 16 seed QR code menus, which I don't like. But I can't believe they had a chance, but they didn't pull it out. And the Kennedy Construction Project does advance with your voting.
It ended up winning.
It did. I know me and you are very upset about QR code menus. Case seems indifferent about the matter. But a lot of more people chimed in. I thought there was going to be a big upset there, a Cinderella. But didn't happen. Another back and forth matchup that you should dive into the comment section on Facebook for. 8 seed Blake Lively and 9 seed and the 9 seed iPhone photo album update.
Now, Kenzie, you did such a good job of this the last time I asked you this. In 30 seconds or less, can you explain why Blake Lively is on Piece of Garbage Madness 2025?
Okay, no interrupting me this time because it's very distracting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Justin Baldoni.
So what happened?
I'm sorry, what happened?
Hey, okay. It's a lot of information, and you guys interrupting me makes it very difficult.
30 seconds, here we go.
Okay. Colleen Hoover wrote a book, okay? And the book is basically a domestic violence / love story to bring awareness. Justin Baldoni was super passionate about it. He bought the rights to it, started creating this. Blake Lively gets casted as the lead. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, being this little celebrity power couple, decided to take over the movie and try to turn it into a rom-com, which is super disrespectful because it's about domestic violence. Also, allegedly, Blake Lively started to fall in love with Justin Baldoni, and that is why Ryan Reynolds has been so vengeful. So much so that even though Justin Baldoni owned the rights to the movie, he had to be in the premiere in the basement, not intended, because they felt like they were so powerful they could take over the whole thing. They're also accusing multiple people of sexual harassment who have never even met them. And then Ryan Reynolds goes on SNL 50 and makes a joke that his wife has been sexually harassed. And anybody who knows that if you've truly been through sexual harassment, it's not something that you would want to laugh about. So the whole thing seems very false and very much like you're trying to play the victim and ruin this movie about domestic violence as well as Justin Baldoni's career.
That was the longest 30 seconds, but it was very good. Thank you for all the information.
Kenzie, how did you describe Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds again?
They just think they're so important, leading Hollywood, number ones. Not anymore. Not anymore.
I got to say, I was on Blake Lively's Team Blake, if you will, in the beginning of this whole mess. And boy, did I switch teams after the receipts were...
Well, Brian came in one day, and this is not a joke, and said, I feel so bad for Blake Lively. I go, why? And he's like, she was just really, they've really tried to make her a villain. I go, wait a minute.
Well, wait
a damn minute.
Once I saw the receipts, I was like, okay. Because she's so good in The Town, which you love.
I do love her in The Town. I do not like her in Gossip Girl nor anything else she's ever done. I do love her in The Town, though.
I only know her from The Town. I know she was in that other things. Anyway.
I know she was in that other thing.
But she advances pretty easily, taking out the iPhone photo update, which is frustrating. Also, big upset, but probably bad seating by the committee. I'm going to have a talk with the committee when I get home this weekend.
Okay.
Which is me in my room.
And then the committee's going to go, but we were so tired.
They're very tired. So a 12 seed, Netflix, etc. people canceling password sharing. Took out 5 seed, Chicagoland suburb Facebook pages drama.
Okay.
Okay, 1,000% that's accurate. How could you be upset?
Well, it's an upset. I'm not upset. It's an upset because it's a 12 seed beating a 5.
You need to talk to the committee about this whole thing.
Because the seating was probably bad. It should have been reversed. But there was a lot of people chiming in about the Facebook pages of like Schaumburg and Rolling Meadows and all the drama on there.
They're great.
Well, they're very entertaining.
That's what I mean.
Much like the comment section on that Blake Lively matchup on our Facebook page. You may want to check that out. Anyway, that big upset. So Netflix. So it's going to be interesting to see if Netflix's price hiking faces Netflix's canceling password sharing.
That'd be fun.
That could happen.
But you're not upset about this.
I'm not upset about it, but it was an upset.
Well, do you understand why that would be misleading?
Yeah, I do. You're right, Kenzie.
Thank you.
Okay, and the final matchup yesterday was a 4-seed local gym filmers. They punched 13-seed Perry Farrell in the face. You see what I did there? And somewhere Dave Navarro was eating popcorn just watching this matchup with joy. But Perry Farrell, at one point there almost won. A lot of people chimed in about, of course, I don't have that audio ready of Perry Farrell, what happened in that. I'm sorry, Case, to look at him and say, maybe we can get that audio for me before we go. But Perry Farrell punching Dave Navarro in the face on stage after an incident about 6 months ago. Before they were supposed to play the Aragon, we never saw that show, which was very disappointing. And so, but local gym filmers, people that go to Planet Fitness, all the local gyms, export, they say that was a bigger piece of garbage than Perry Farrell was.
Case, why did you never film yourself at Planet Fitness?
Why did I never film myself at Planet Fitness? Because I don't think anybody wanted to see that.
I did.
Well, that's really mean.
Why? You just said you didn't think anyone would want to watch. I'd want to watch that.
With like a bucket of popcorn next to you?
I want to know what you're doing.
Sometimes people that film themselves at the gym, it's all about the gains. They want to see their progress. It's not about posting on social media their body. Sometimes it's like that. But anyway, so next time you go to Planet Fitness.
You videotape yourself to see your gains?
I film myself for my gains.
I bet.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yep. I'll post those pictures later.
Thank you.
Please.
So right now there's a matchup going on Piece of Garbage Madness. So it is 6 seed Tyreek Stevenson taunting, which caused the Hail Mary in the Skins game, and literally the Bears.
Commanders game, good sir.
What'd I say?
Skins.
Oh.
It's a little outdated, don't you think?
What happened? People know what I'm talking about.
I like that when you corrected him and he went, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway.
The Commanders, the Washington football team, whatever.
Yeah, the Commanders.
Yeah, the Commanders game.
I mean, it's their name. Case isn't making it up.
And the name was the Redskins for 40 years. So they
but
changed
it's not
it.
anymore.
Which was not good.
But I didn't control it.
Wait, is this the hill you want to die on?
No, I'm just saying.
You just called him the right football name.
So when they did that in the Skins game, when he did that, he taunted.
And it's the Cleveland Indians, damn
crowd.
it. What are you doing?
Okay, Tyreek Stevenson taunting that tanked the entire Bears season. He's still on the team, by the way, versus the last generation. So all the other generations are out. So boomers are out. Gen
What's
Zers
the last generation?
Gen Zers and millennials are all out. Gen Xers are in. So Gen Xers, so that will be Tyreek Stevenson, a 6 seed, taunting Gen Xers, the 11 seed. That's the matchup going on right now.
Can I make an argument in favor of voting for Gen X?
Of course you are, because, we built everything you
Why
use.
do you hate all of these generations? What is your vibe, bro?
Who, me?
No, me.
Oh,
Him.
yeah.
Case,
He
the
does.
other one.
He hates all the other one. He hates all the generations.
My argument for voting for Gen X is that they birthed the millennials.
Oh, God.
So it's their fault that millennials are on this planet, which makes Gen X a giant piece of garbage.
Why do you guys relate so hard to, the generation? I don't... Case, I'm a millennial. Am I?
Well,
I forget.
you're right on the cusp. This is why, you don't get it because you're a cuspy. You can sort of go back and forth.
You cuspy bitch. Okay.
You are a cuspy bitch.
I don't know them. I don't know the rest of the millennials. I don't know the rest of the, what's the one below me that I'm on the cusp with? Is
Gen Z.
or X? I don't know.
Z.
Yeah.
It's none of my business. I don't know these bitches. I don't understand why you relate so hard to your quote unquote generation. I got nothing to do with them. What are you talking about? I don't know them.
Well, you do know them.
But I don't.
It's hard to argue with that.
This is why Gen Zers should have won the bracket, because they're just never happy. They're in a miserable life going on.
Yeah, no, things are going great for Gen X. They're real peppy.
Do you want to make the argument that you're a happier generation than me?
No.
Thank you. Yeah, good call on that one. Because we could go another hour and skip your movie review on that one. I got a long list. All right, I want to make clear that we're in the first round, but it's going to end by the end of the day today because there's some matchups on Piece of Garbage Madness. Again, you vote, and you decide who advances. We don't. You do. At our Facebook page, Twitter, and, of course, and I'm not calling it X, by the way, and then, of course, Instagram stories. Case, you're going to love this one. Later today, the matchup is 3 seed, the Monkey Labs, versus 14 seed, the Lab Monkeys.
So you're either voting for the monkeys or for the lab the monkeys are in?
That's a tough one.
Well, not for me. I'll be voting for those damn monkeys.
Hey, it's not their fault.
And that would be an upset, by the way. We'd be upset about it, but there'd be an upset. Also, 7 seed.
Sorry, that's very confusing verbiage.
Also, people have been dying for this matchup, or at least this piece of garbage to be put to come to fruition in their matchup. As 7 seed, the Southwest for ending their free bags. They're going against the Illinois Cicadas. That's a 7-10 matchup. And the last matchup of the first round will be a 2 seed, the Illinois Tollway Spam Texts versus 15 seed, the Cubs, the last sports team that's in there.
Oh.
So there you go. And then it's going to go all weekend, too. There'll be more matchups. We'll move through the first round and the second round. And again, you vote, you decide who is a bigger piece of garbage. Last year, just to remind you, was Tiffany Henyard, who and she's still in it. She was number 1 overall seed, and she's still in it. So let's get to it. You know what? Right after the Verve, here we go. Case's movie review, the 30th anniversary of Tommy Boy. And we're going to find out what a 26-year-old Gen Zer who's never seen Tommy Boy, what he thinks of Chris Farley, David Spade, and Tommy Boy in 4 minutes. Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So good here in Sublime here, especially on a day it's going to be 76 degrees. It's perfect. All the weekend, too, tomorrow as well. And there's things going on this weekend that you want to go do because the weather will be nicer to get out and do stuff. It's the weekend Q101 with Brian and Kenzie. Case always starts off with the music, so go for it, Case. What do you got?
Well, our friends in the Used kick off what is going to end up being 6 total shows at House of Blues. They're doing 3 this weekend, and then they're coming back at the end of April and doing 3 at the end of April. Album play celebrating, the Used being in existence now for 25 years. Just an incredible run for that band. They kick that off on Sunday. Get there early for the opener demo division. Fantastic local Chicago band. So the Used begin a 3-show run at the House of Blues this Sunday. And then I've got to mention, because we don't normally talk about concerts that happen on Monday in the weekend Q101, but in case everybody forgot, the frickin' Deftones are at the United Center on Monday.
How about that?
The frickin' Deftones, who are with...
All of a sudden, Andrew Dice Clay showed up. Oh, Kenzie, the frickin' Deftones.
Have, like, the laser conversation. It's a freaking laser.
It's Deftones, it's the Mars Volta, it's Fleshwater, who are the opening band. And let me tell you, if you like Deftones, you're going to like the way Fleshwater sounds, too.
Didn't you get to interview them at Lala?
They said they were not doing press that weekend.
God, because they're from California, and it's driving me nuts because I think they're named after Hotel Cecil, but nobody can get an interview with them to ask.
They told me, no thank you at Lala. I was like, but you're right there. They're like, no, we're good.
I can see you.
Now, remember, Kenzie, back his other project, Crosses, we did interview Chino. He was a delight. He is a very nice guy and fun to interview with his other band, Crosses. And Deftones, that's his other band.
Oh, you mean Chino from Crosses and the Deftones?
And I like that band, Cross. I like that music they put out.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And then Deftones, of course. So he's a super nice, chill guy. We would love to try to get him in on Monday. It might happen, so just kind of be listening.
We're saying check out Q101 social media over the weekend. We'll see if Deftones stop by. We're all interested in making it happen. It's the logistics that we're trying to work out on Monday for whether or not Deftones will be in studio.
We know Chino listens on his smart speaker at home. We know he's listening right now. Chino! You're freaking Deftones. Come on in here. Bring him in. Let's go. Let's do this. Is that all you got? Oh, by the way, what night is... So are the Used playing...
He walked away from his microphone. What do you think?
Well, I mean, he doesn't do that usually. I thought he was laughing. I don't know what happened there. So are the Used playing the 2002 debut, The Used, tonight at the House of Blues?
Sunday. Sunday's the first show.
Oh, Sunday's the first show.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one I want to see, but that's also a school night.
I don't know. You're a big fan of the Used.
I love them.
When those Used shows were announced at House of Blues, Brian was like, man, I gotta go to one of those. I love the Used. It's been so long since I've seen them. They're playing my favorite album by the Used. I gotta go to one of those shows.
Yeah. And now it's on a school night. I thought it was the Friday show. It's going to be Friday.
It's a Sunday.
I love the Used. I really.
Oh, yeah.
What excuse do you think you would have if it was on tonight, though? Like it was Friday? Because he would have said something.
I had a big dinner.
And last weekend I do all this stuff.
I was hanging with Mumford, Marcus, and the Sons.
Your friends, Mumford and Sons.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mumford and his sons.
All
Friends
the
with all of them.
Yeah, it's all of the Sons.
Well, it'd be cool if you were there. The Used would love to see you.
I'd love to see them. Maybe I will get there. Bert, I'd love to see Bert. And they put on an outrageous live show. They are so good live. That House of Blues, perfect setting for them, too.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Good Lord.
Good opening band, too.
Oh, boy. Kenzie, what do you got?
Okay, let's talk about actually just later today, so you don't have to wait till Monday. You can see Lauren at Boost Mobile from 4 to 6. She's going to be at 3027 North Pulaski Road. And this is going to be up on like Q101.com. So if later you're like, what the hell was that address? Just go to Q101.com. You'll be able to find it. But the reason why, besides, if you need great cell service, but besides that, if you're like, why would I go? It is because from 4 to 6, she is going to have guaranteed entry into Coheed and Cambria. She's giving away tickets every 30 minutes. So you have tons of chances to win if you make your way over there for our pop-up, which is going to be next Thursday.
Awesome. Make sure you bring your pencils out there. For me,
Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. With that, because I want to talk about that.
Yeah,
Thank you, Brian.
Go ahead.
With that, you're allowed to bring, we're obviously doing our pencil drive. If you text in pencil, you can donate and actually buy a box of pencils. We have an Amazon gift registry set up, but you can bring your pencil boxes to Lauren and have a chance to win Coheed and Cambria guaranteed entry. Thank you, Brian. Continue.
I would love it if Lauren has no idea why people were bringing pencils.
I know.
I'm super concerned about this, actually. We love Lauren. Lauren's not the most on-the-fly person I've ever seen, and if you hand her a box of pencils, I'm afraid it's going to go poorly, but please, please, please bring her your pencils.
Please.
Yes.
I mean, flood the place with pencils.
Yeah.
Just start bringing them, and I just see what she does. Okay, for me, as a Cubs fan, I'd really like to go to a White Sox game this weekend, since there's no Cubs home games till next week. We do the home opening broadcast at this time next Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. at Almost Home Tavern. All that info, Q101.com. But the weather's so nice, I really want to go to a baseball game. I might do that. But sadly, what I might do tomorrow, which I already have on the schedule.
How do I say goodbye?
We poured one out months ago when we found out the Hard Rock Cafe Chicago is closing. Right across from the Rainforest Cafe, which closed. It was supposed to be a dispensary, but it's still closed. That whole corner has about 900,000 square feet of things that are not going to be open, which is really sad. Hard Rock Cafe did a lot. You can say what you want about it, but they did a lot for Chicago bands over the years and showcasing local Chicago bands that they did so much. Plus, the food. So they close tomorrow. Does that mean they're open tomorrow?
Well,
That's a tough question.
I don't
I guess you
know.
can't close unless you're open.
Whoa, that's like a Nietzsche thing.
They really should have said, this is our last day instead of we're closing. I will say be prepared, because actually my husband and son went there before they went to see a show. Because we had a $5 gift card. I'm like, just go there, use it up. It's about to close.
It was $5.
It was like what was left.
You drove from
And I'm like,
Elgin?
just eat this.
You used $30 in gas to use the $5.
They were going to a show downtown.
All right.
I'm like, take the gift card, eat there, it's going to close. Relax with the questions.
Got it.
Wait, what show?
Yeah, I have to get it. It was a Broadway show.
Your husband went to a Broadway show?
Yeah, we both love musicals. We actually
Oh,
fought.
she's mentioned
We went
that
to the-
before.
Okay, all right.
We love musicals. We used to go together, but now we got all these kids.
A
We bring-
$5 gift card to rock and roll.
And
Hard
so I'm
Rock
like,
Cafe.
hey, just go eat. So I'm like, listen, go eat there because you're going to eat somewhere. We have this
Sure.
$5 gift card. Well, we learned the hard way that you have to pay for parking even if you're a customer,
Yeah.
which sucks.
So the gift card was worth.
So just be prepared. If you're going to visit one last time, you have to pay for parking.
So basically, you got parking for $10 because the gift card was $5, but no food free. Well, it is tomorrow, by the way. They are open tomorrow, so the last day is the last day of being open. Saturday, March 29th.
The Last Supper.
The Last Supper, which could be a barbecue bacon cheeseburger or the Moving Mountains burger. It's a vegan. I'm not doing that.
Oh, no, you don't want that. That's the last thing you want is to, not kill a cow.
Okay, I think I found my burger. The Surf and Turf burger. Signature steak burger topped with one night in Bangkok spicy shrimp
Oh, my God.
and a bed of spicy slaw.
That sounds good.
Doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Last
That's why I
day.
said that.
I know, last day. Oh, they have
Duh.
they have spicy Diablo burger, 2 smashed and stacked burgers. Why is this place closing? Good Lord.
Because no one's going.
I guess not. It's terrible. Anyway, we'll pour one out as we just did right there for the Hard Rock Cafe. Look for me there.
With your Diablo burger covered in sweat.
I'm going to have barbecue sauce all over my shirt. It's going to be great. What are you taking away from today's show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101? Actually, it's Friday, so all takeaways go for the entire week of shows. Something memorable to you? Text in right now, 312-591-8300. Your takeaway from today or any other day this week with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Get them in.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and time for your takeaways. Remember, we're on tomorrow morning, 8 to 10 with Throwbacks. So Throwbacks, funniest moments of the week, which some of these takeaways might be related to. So 8 to 10 in the morning right here on Q101. Now, takeaways from today's showcase. What do you got?
We've got some audio with this one, which is always fun. 847 Lucas checked in. My takeaway is that Kenzie just wants to talk to her husband.
I just want to talk to him.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is ridiculous.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
It is not his
I
fault.
just want to shoot him. I just want to
You
talk to him.
can't shoot him.
And there you go. Kenzie, what do you got?
Double features, Mike. Takeaway, you cuspy bitch.
Cuspy bitch, thank you. And Anthony checked in from Little Italy. Takeaway. Case not giving Tommy Boy a 10 out of 10 brake pads. Son of a bitch.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
All right, what's on the podcast, Case?
Well, that is going to be up there in just a second. My controversial yet accurate review of Tommy Boy, the 30th anniversary this weekend. A lot was said on the text line. And a lot of that was accurate. You learn a lot about people when you listen to the review of Tommy Boy.
It'd be fun if one time we could turn the text line around so everybody could see it.
Look at yourselves.
So that review is going to be up there in just a second. Also, the other thing you got to listen to this weekend, the complicated legacy of the ShamWow guy. Oof. We began the show this morning learning a lot about the man who once sold us an all-purpose sponge, and that was pretty shocking for Brian in particular. Look, what a phenomenal week of shows. If you missed us this weekend, Brian and Kenzie podcast, catch up on those shows, re-listen to your favorites, listen to what you didn't catch. It is a ton of fun wherever you listen to podcasts.
And it's a big week next week with next Thursday, Coheed and Cambria, the Q101 free pop-up, more guaranteed entry passes next week with us. And then a week from today, we'll be closing out at this point, probably a little buzzed, if you know what I mean. The Cubs home opening broadcast. Kenzie just shook her head in disgust when I said that.
Like, what are you doing?
Come on, have a drink.
If you know what I mean.
That little buzz.
You got a little
It
buzz
sounds like
on.
you're going to spike my drink.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to spike my own drink.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm going to roofie myself.
That's the spirit.
Isn't that what the
That
guy
was
from Puddle of Mud
appropriate.
said? He got roofied by his bass player. That's why the show sucked.
Yeah, the Puddle of Mud guy said a lot of things. His manager won't return my calls now.
Oh, but that's great.
I'm trying to get him on the show, and they're not talking.
What a loss to the show, you idiot. All right, so home opener with the Cubs. We'll be broadcasting from Almost Home Tavern 6 to 10 next Friday from our great friends over there. It was a party last year, so that's 1 week from today. Put it in your phone right now.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.